Well, you can't call this anything more than heartbreak for Satwiksairaj, Rankireddy, and Chirag Shetty, because the latest breaking news we are giving you from the Badminton World Championships is that India's challenge has ended. And it has ended in the semi final with Satwiksairaj, Rankireddy, and Chirag Shetty losing 19-21, then 21-18, and then in the final game they lost 13-21. And that is why now India's challenge has ended, and they will end the Badminton World Championships with just one bronze medal. And that one bronze medal and the 15th that India will win in this Badminton World Championships comes courtesy Satwik-Sairaj, Rankireddy, and Chirag Shetty. Now, their Chinese opponents, Chen and Liu, they had a very interesting head-to-head record when you look at it. Prior to this match, Satwik-Sairaj, Rankireddy, and Chirag Shetty had won in the previous encounter that these two had faced. Now, here, the same speed and agility with which Satwik-Sairaj, Rankireddy, and Chirag Shetty managed to beat Aaron Chia and Sui Wick, they managed to do that. They were up 11-5 in the first game, 11-5. But then they lost momentum, the Chinese, with their defense, especially when you look at the defense in the backside of the court. They were simply too good. They didn't allow Satwik-Sairaj, Rankireddy, and Chirag Shetty to get in the quick points. And because of that, they managed to ensure that they got the win in a big, big way. 11-5, they were trailing. They managed to change it around entirely, and they managed to take a lead. Although they were almost neck to neck, they managed to win the first game. Now, the script repeated itself in the second game. Satwik-Sairaj, Rankireddy, and Chirag Shetty got to 8-3. They had taken a lead yet again, but once again, the unforced errors ensured that the Chinese could just crawl their way back. At one point, they were 10-10. But then they won the crucial points, especially Satwik-Sairaj. He had a fantastic game today, and that is why, through the sheer grit and the resilience of the Indian team, they managed to win the second game. But then disaster unfolded in the third game. The Chinese duo of Chen and Liu won 9 straight points. 9 straight points, and they never let up from that momentum. 18-8, 18-9, Satwik-Sairaj, Rankireddy, and Chirag Shetty did try to stage a fight back, but it was all too late. And that is why now India, they have lost in the Badminton World Championships in a very heartbreaking manner. This match, yet again, was a what if for Satwik-Sairaj, Rankireddy, and Chirag Shetty. Now, people may say that it may be too brutal. Oh, at least they have gotten the bronze. But no. With Sachi, you expect high performance in you because they have been one of the top badminton duos in the recent past. Heading into this contest, they were the better ranked team. Having beaten their nemesis Aaron Chia and Sui Wick in the previous round, you expected the duo to go ahead. But no, the Chinese duo simply were too good at the end of the day. And Chirag Shetty had an off day today. His service his service combined with all the other things that was there, the net play, there were too many unforced errors in the net play bit, and that is why Aaron Chia and, I mean, when you look at it, Chen and Liu capitalized on it. The net play was too weak. The far side of the court, there was some coordination issues as well. The serve also often let them down. The net play ensured that Satwik-Sairaj, Rankireddy, and Chirag Shetty were always playing catch up. The unforced errors, when you look at it, and the challenges that they had were simply way off the mark. And because of that, the Indian duo just capitulated. The third game in particular was very, very heartbreaking to watch because they managed, the Chinese duo took a 9-0 lead. They had a 9-point buffer. It maintained to a 10-point buffer until the very end. Satwik-Sairaj, Rankireddy, and Chirag Shetty tried to hang in, but then it just didn't happen. So the Badminton World Championships has ended for India with one bronze medal, and that is courtesy the doubles duo. So you can say that they are back in a way, but there are issues. There are tremendous issues for the duo at this point. There's also tremendous issues even for Indian badminton. Because Lakshya Sen lost in the first round itself to Shi Yuki. Now, Shi Yuki is in the final. You saw how PV Sindhu lost. But PV Sindhu, when you look at it, it was one of the better displays that she's had in the last couple of years. I mean, she's had round of 32 exits, she's had every single bit. But Sachi, ever since Paris, it all began here. When they lost to Aaron Chi and Sui Wig and they couldn't get the medal, they have also had a slump. Here, luckily in the Badminton World Championships, they managed to secure the one medal that they have always wanted. Although it will be bronze, they will have to fight it out in the coming couple of years as well. So yes, the breaking news update is that Satwiksairaj, Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty have been eliminated from the Badminton World Championships. Sad day indeed, and one hopes that yes, India does improve on their badminton. This tournament was considered to be the crossroads for them in their badminton. They still remain in the crossroads. Sindhu's form concern, Lakshya's form a concern, Satwiksairaj, Rankireddy, Chirag Shetty, some ray of hope. But apart from that, there is nothing else. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.